Good morning. I'm Judge Tammy Long Hayward. This is the State Court of Clayton County. This is the criminal arraignment and jail calendar for Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. I'm going to call the calendar. Some of you may have already had the opportunity to begin speaking about your clients. And we will start, let's see, with the arraignment calendar. Mikhail, oh, I'm sorry, there's the courtroom. Mikhail Jadius Bell. Mikhail Bell.
Sorry. Your Honor, we tried to do some pre-conferencing and that person never arrived. And I'm here in the courtroom and no one's here either.
Okay, so Bell, Jadius Bell, bench warrant. Albert Q. Hammonds. Albert Q. Hammonds. Last call for Albert Q. Hammonds. I don't see them on the screen. Bench warrant. Shakari Nashun Hodo. Shakari Nashun Hodo. Last call for Nakari Hodo. Bench warrant. Sydney Dakota Suggs Kearson, or Kearson Sydney Dakota Suggs.
I'm here.
Your Honor,
we have names.
Calls on both of her cases.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be a null pause for both of her cases.
Okay, thank you. I think just the audio on that computer, maybe I'm going to need to have them look at that. Both your cases null pause. I need you to drive like you got some sense and keep your documents in order, okay?
Yes, Judge. I got you.
All right. Take care. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, so that concludes the arraignment calendar. You guys did a good job. Thank you so much. And the jail calendar. First case on the jail calendar is Alirio Brasino.
Your Honor, he will need a conflict counsel. We emailed you on that matter, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Val, if we could do conflict counsel for Brasino and reset them. 1 second.
I think you a conflict comp. It's in your email.
We need to send our withdrawal. I did send an email explaining the situation. But yeah, we need to send our withdrawal.
Hello? Okay, sorry about that. All right, so Brasino is in the email, is getting a conflict counsel. I'll sign on that. Chandra Jasmine Gooch.
Judge, Brasino, we're going to do 2 weeks. It's going to have to be the 25th in order to give them enough time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Reset to November 25th.
And they have what do they? Do they have a bond? So just if they make bond, just remind them of their bond conditions. All right, and Chandra Jasmine Gooch has 3 cases.
Yes, Judge. That's going to be resolved with a negotiated plea. We got that just about worked out. I just need to verify one detail, but that'll be a negotiated plea.
Okay. Next is Brandy Harris. That is a petition.
Yes, Your Honor, we're stipulating to the violation and we're accepting the probation's offer.
Okay. And Sandra Amelia Johnson.
Judge, I did speak to her. She does wish Lister Holton Dennis to be appointed, and that will also be a negotiated plea today.
Okay. Jeremiah Leandre Jones.
Judge, that is going to be a plea today. I believe it'll be negotiated. I just need to follow up on one detail.
Malik Dakari Lockett.
I expect that will be a plea today, and it is, I believe, negotiated as well. I'm sorry.
And Your Honor, the victim on that case is here on the Zoom and would like to make a statement when the time is right.
Okay. Austin Hilliard McDuffie.
Judge, that'll be a negotiated plea.
All right, so I'm ready to rock and roll with whoever you all have first. So Bracino is going to be a conflict counsel appointment. That'll be a 2-week continuance to allow counsel to get the information. So that case is done. And I'm ready for whoever you all are ready on.
Brandy Harris, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I believe she's the only probation case on your calendar.
Yeah, I see. All right, so for Ms. Harris, Ms. Harris, good morning. So you're before the court on State of Georgia versus Brandy Harris, and we saw each other recently. This is 2025 CR 09408. You were before the court for theft by shoplifting on the 21st day of October 2025. You were sentenced to 12 months on probation. You had spent some time in custody, so you had 7 months and 6 days remaining. And the time was not told. It says that you have a new offense of public indecency and criminal trespass on October 27th of 2025. Ms. Tortorello, your attorney is representing you. Ms. Tortorello, you've indicated she is stipulating to the negotiation between you and the state and probation.
She's stipulating to the violation that's alleged by the probation, Your Honor, and we're accepting probation's offer.
All right. Ms. Chang?
Probation alleges, probation recommends that she served 60 days and close the case.
All right. How much time has she served already?
Since October 27th, Your Honor, about 8 days.
Okay. Ms. Tortorello?
Your Honor, we would prefer credit for time served. But like we said, we're accepting the recommendation from probation if that's what Your Honor would prefer.
So what kind of situation we're dealing with here? Are we talking about homelessness? Are we talking about any concerns as far as illness?
She's homeless, Your Honor. And I think the subsequent allegations point to that as well.
Okay. All right. So how much time she spent 8 days in jail?
For the probation.
And how much time had she spent before that?
How much time did you say?
She had the original court order is 130 days to serve.
About, you said what? 30 days for the, about 30 days for that theft by shoplifting before she took that plea, Your Honor. I can pull up the sentencing if you would like, Your Honor.
That's okay. All right, so defendant shall receive credit for time served and case closed. Miss Harris, this is gonna keep happening, ma'am, unless we get you some help. Now, I don't have like resources just off the tip of my fingers, but I do know that the chaplains in the jail have resource information that they can provide to you that might help you transition out on the street and find shelter. I do know that we have emergency shelters that are available that might get you to the next step. And then maybe if you have family that you're able to contact, that you could make a, you know, they might be looking for you and they just don't know how to get in touch with you. But if you're able to get in touch with them, you may be able to reconnect and find, you know, the ability to kind of get back on your feet. You understand? All right, ma'am. So I'm going to give credit for time served and the case will be closed. All right, Ms. Chang, thank you. You're free to go at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. All right, who's next?
Yes, I'm sorry. Let me, can we do, McDuffie? Same. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hands down. So I'm sorry, who's this gentleman?
This is Austin McDuffie, Judge, 2020.
Okay, so Mr. McDuffie, you're before the court on State of Georgia versus Austin Hilliard McDuffie, 2025 CR 09784, marijuana 1 ounce or less, count 1, false name, address, or date of birth, count 2, false name, address, or date of birth, count 3. You're represented by the law firm of Lister Holton Dennis. Mr. Lynch is with you. Mr. Lynch, what does Mr. Duffy plead to the offenses before the court?
Judge, he'll ask the court to take nolo pleas to counts 2 and 3. Count 1, the possession of marijuana charge is being null pros.
All right. By entering a plea of nolo to counts 2 and 3, count 1 will be null pros. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Judge, we don't mind stipulating to a factual basis. I think it's kind of on the pleadings as well.
Okay. Recommendation?
Yes, to count 1, the state is going to null pros. To count two, it's 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served. Count three is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served, to run concurrently with count two.
All right, Mr. McDuffie, I tell people all the time, these are the two dumbest cases you can get is false name, address, or date of birth. We can open phones with our face, sir. You don't think that they can figure out who you are? If you give them false name, address, or date of birth, you got fingerprints, you got face. They will figure it out. You spent time in jail for nothing. You understand? Don't do that again. How old are you?
21. I have 4 kids, man.
You have what?
4 kids.
And you how old?
21.
Okay, so Mr. McDuffie, just between me and you, nobody else is listening. Your equipment works. You can stop trying to prove it. You are 21 years old. You are barely out of, you gonna miss the whole be wild in your 20s because you're gonna be too busy working a job supporting 4 kids. And you got 4 kids that need to be supported. That means money. That means time. That means attention. Mr. McDuffie, don't have no more kids right now. Condoms are cheaper than child support or child care. Your kids deserve to be taken care of. And at 21, it's hard to take care of yourself. Even if you got a good job, at 21, you're not established in that job such that you can rely that it's going to be there for the future. They need benefits. They need health care. They need food. They need attention. They need time. They need the person who's going to walk the floor with them when they're sick. That's a dad. And if you keep stacking babies up, they don't get the time and attention they need from a parent. You got me?
Yes, ma'am.
We know you can make babies, but you don't have to keep making them.
Yes, ma'am.
Get some stability and get some stability for those kids. We clear?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
this foolishness right here, daddies don't do this. Daddies know that they got to be home. Daddies know that when the kids wake up, somebody's got to help feed them. This is baby daddy stuff. We don't do this. We clear?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So I'm going to accept the plea of no load accounts 2 and 3, 12 months, 30 days credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as you have no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia. Mr. McDuffie, I'm promising you, it is so much easier to make them than it is to raise them. It's too easy to make them, and it's too hard to raise them to be good, upstanding people who not just contribute to life, but also have a good life. If you want your kids to have a good life, you got to set that foundation for them. And at 21, that's hard. That's hard. It's real nice to have them sweet little smelling babies, but raising them is where the rubber meets the road. You got me?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't have no more babies right now. All right. Bye, sir.
If I could just have one moment, Your Honor, I'll have
Sure.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you record your speech that you just gave? I need somebody to hear it.
Well, somebody told me that somebody is recording it because it's been on the internet, but I just, for me, it really is becoming more about the babies than the adults I'm seeing. It is becoming much, much more about how we raising these babies. It is becoming much, much more about that. Hmm.
We'll just have to record you as a public service announcement. Run it about 3 times an evening every day.
I'll keep saying it as long as I need to. I just want people to be better. 21 years old, he gonna miss out on all the fun stuff in life, trying to take care of 4 kids, if he's trying to take care of 4 kids, because who knows, at 21, your mind doesn't work that way. It's just, oh,
He's still a kid at 21.
he is a baby, and folk don't understand. They think they hit 18 and they're grown. Well, legally, there's some stuff you can do, but you know, that mind doesn't really get it until your late 20s. Maybe not even then.
I remember being 21, thinking I was grown.
Yeah, the good old days. For those of us who had the opportunity to just kind of be 20 and enjoy our 20s, those are really the good old days.
I also remember being 40 and realizing at 20 I didn't know anything.
That and the fact that 20 and 40 were way closer together than you ever anticipated, because that part.
Exactly.
Mr. Lynch, y'all got something ready for me? When you're 20, you think 40 is forever away. And when you're 40, you say, oh my
Ms.
goodness.
Gooch, to resolve her cases. Here.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna do Chandra Gooch.
Okay. She has 3 cases, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Raise your right hand for me, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you're before the court, Ms. Gooch. You got a lot of cases. Ms. Gooch, you have case 2024 CR 03763, Chandra Jasmine Gooch, public indecency count 1, public drunk count 2. You have case 2024 CR 03766, public indecency count 1, public drunk count 2. You have case number 3, 2025 CR 09794, criminal trespass. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Yes, Judge. For 2024 CR 03763, it's going to be a guilty plea to count 1, public indecency, and a guilty plea to count 2, public drunk. For 2024 CR 03766, it's going to be a guilty plea to count 2, public drunk, and I believe count 1 would be null pros. And then for criminal trespass, 2025 CR 09794, it's going to be a guilty plea to criminal trespass.
All right. Ms. Gooch, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, ma'am, you're before the court. You have 3 separate cases. As you have heard, your attorney has indicated that you're entering.
Judge, your volume is fading a little bit.
I'm sorry. Is this better?
Yeah, that's way better.
Your attorney has indicated that you're entering a plea of guilty on case 2024 CR 03763, guilty to counts 1 and 2. On case 2024 CR 03766, guilty to counts 1 and count 2 will be null pros. And on case 2025 CR 09794, guilty. By entering these pleas, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please.
Sorry, I'm just trying to give her a little space.
Okay. For the case ending in 03763, on August 16th, 2023, Ms. Gooch was observed completely naked out in public along the roadway of Terra Boulevard and Holiday Boulevard. She was wearing only a bra that was raised, exposing her breasts and nothing covering her lower half, and appeared to be under the influence of drugs. She did admit that she took crystal meth prior to, and she spoke, well, it doesn't matter. The state in this case is recommending, actually, this is a global offer that's going to be 90 days across the board.
That's fine.
And for it's $200 suspended fine on that.
How much?
$200 suspended fine.
Okay.
The case ending in 03766, it took place just a couple of days later. She was again observed high on meth, with parts of her lower part exposed, and walking around a building complex. We are going forward on count $2 suspended fine. And then on case 09794, on September 22nd, 2025, Ms. Gooch was observed, she knowingly and willingly entered the vacant premises at Terra Woods Apartment Complex at 661 Sherwood Drive, Jonesboro, Georgia, and remained inside without any authority or consent from the property owner. She does not live at any unit at the location, and she had been seen in other vacant units prior to this incident. And again, to all of these cases, it's going to be resolved with a 90-day jail sentence, with the exception of the suspended fines.
Okay. All right.
Yes, and those are to run concurrently.
All right. So if I understand it correctly, it's going to be on case 2024 CR 03763. Count 1 will be a $200 suspended fine. Count 2 is 12 months to serve 90 days. Credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as there's no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia. Count on the case 2024 CR 03760, a $200 suspended fine on count 1. Count 2 will be no pros to run concurrent with the case 2024 CR 03763. And on the case 2025 CR 09794, 12 months to serve 90 days. Credit balance will be suspended as long as there's no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia. Credit since the date of lockup.
I'd like to add that there is a do not return order on that address, and I can repeat that.
Yes,
address.
please. Just and no go, no
Yes,
return to the location.
It's 661 Drive, Jonesboro, Georgia. That's the Terra Woods Apartment Complex. And I also want to mention that she's already served 42 days, so she should get credit for those 42 days.
All right. So Miss Ms. Gooch will have credit since the date of lockup, which at today's date is 42 days. The remaining balance of the 90 days will be served in the Clayton County Jail. After that, the balance of the sentence will be served, will be suspended as long as she has no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia and as long as she does not return to the premises as listed. Ms. Gooch, things are dangerous out here, ma'am. And if you get drugged up and you put yourself in jeopardy where you're out here naked, anything could happen to you. Anything. When you go back to the jail, speak with the chaplains, tell them that you need help and see if they have some place where you might get some respite. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because if you out here just like that, I mean, we have people who get just going about their daily lives, get abducted and killed. You out here with no protection, no clothes, and you're not able to fend for yourself because you're on drugs. Ms. Gooch, there is somebody out here in this world who loves you. And I don't know who it is, but they are pulling for you. And I hope that person finds you. And I hope they can help you get over this. But for right now, you got you. And you have got to want to get done with this.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Gooch?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I mean, it hurts my heart to see you out here and know that anything could happen to you. Anything. And I want better for you.
Thank you.
All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can go back with the sheriff's office.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I just wanted to mention, we do have the interpreter here. If you wanted to bring out Mr. Brasino and let him know that his case was being continued.
Yes, that's fine. You can bring him out and then we'll do Johnson, Jones, and Lockett.
Okay. You're gonna bring him out. Because we can't talk to him, and so she's gonna.
Yes.
All right. Is it Miss? Oh, hey, Miss Bermudez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Brasino, the law firm that represents individuals in the court has a conflict. They have either represented you before in some other context, or they've represented someone else that is a party to this case. Because of that, we're going to have to give you another attorney that we'll appoint from a list of attorneys that we have. We're going to give you a 2-week continuance. My understanding is that you do have a bond in this case. If you make the bond and are bonded out, you will still be appointed an attorney. If you do bond out, I do wish to remind you of the conditions of your bond. You are not to have contact with any person who's listed on the bond as prohibited contact. You may not be able to go back to the incident location. If you were to violate your bond conditions, including getting another criminal offense arrest, you could be charged with additional misdemeanor charges or felony charges. Your bond could also be revoked and you could be returned to jail if you bond out.
Usted también podría ser revocada y puede ser que usted lo regresen a la cárcel, aunque ya usted haya pagado su fianza y salida.
If you do not have a copy of your bond conditions,
Usted no tiene una copia que liste la condición de su fianza.
you can get them on the first floor of this building in the state court clerk's office.
En el primer piso de ese edificio donde dice State Court Clerk.
They usually have someone there who can speak Spanish, so don't worry about not being able to communicate to get what you asked for.
Generalmente tienen ahí una persona que habla español, o sea, que no se preocupe, o no se preocupe pensando que usted no va a poder entender, porque ellos no van a entender lo que se está pidiendo.
Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. You can go back with the sheriff's office.
Can we bring up? Almost done.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of our. Judge, we're gonna do Miss Sandra Johnson next.
Okay.
You never corrected this. You never put DUI as count one. You're gonna stand right next to me, Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson,
Yes, ma'am.
good morning. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Ms. Johnson, you're before the court on State of Georgia versus Sandra Amelia Johnson, 2021 CR 08218. Count 1, open container violation. Count 2, highway violation. Count 3, no tag, expired or invalid tag. And count 4, DUI less safe. You're represented by the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Mr. Owen Lynch is with you at the podium. Mr. Lynch, what does Ms. Johnson plead to the offenses before the court?
So Judge, that's going to be a guilty plea to count 1, open container violation, and a guilty plea to count 4, DUI less safe. The counts 2 and 3 will be null pros pursuant to my understanding of our plea negotiation.
All right. Ms. Johnson, by entering a plea of guilty to counts 1 and 4, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to have, you give up the right to present evidence and testimony on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things? Ms. Johnson?
Ma'am.
Okay, speak up a little bit for me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Factual basis and recommendation, Ms. Bing?
Yes. On February 22nd, 2020, officers conducted a traffic stop at Terra Boulevard because a vehicle going across 3 lanes of travel and into the Gore or median. When officers made contact, they detected a strong odor of alcoholic beverage coming from the driver's person. They asked if she had had anything to drink. She admitted that she had had at least a shot. They asked her to step out of the vehicle. She appeared unbalanced while exiting. They asked her to do field sobriety tests. She agreed to do them. They detected a lack of smooth pursuit in the left and the right eye and sustained nystagmus in the left and right eye. She also missed all of the heel to toe steps. She stepped off the line the first 9 steps and struggled to maintain her balance. The state's recommendation, excuse me. Recommendation for count 1 is a $200 fine suspended. Count 2 is null pros. Count 3 is null pros. Count 4 is 12 months to serve 24 hours, a $500 fine, substance abuse evaluation, no drugs or alcohol, risk reduction program, random testing, 40 hours of community service. This is her first 5 and second.
I'm sorry, you said first and 5 and second in life?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lynch.
Judge, that was my understanding of the offer from the state. I am asking the court to accept it. I know that Ms. Johnson does have some financial struggles and some health issues at this time. I would ask the court to consider waiving probation fees at least for the first 3 months so she can kind of start paying for some of these programs, you know, risk reduction course and substance abuse evaluation. But other than that, Judge, I'm asking the court to accept the plea as negotiated.
All right, the court is willing to waive for the first 3 months. Ms. Johnson, this has been a while, but I guess we kind of didn't have track of you to resolve these things at an earlier time. Ma'am, you're going to be on probation. They will test you. So if you test positive, you're going to be talking to me again. But the best thing to do is to go to your probation reports, make sure you attend. If you have any difficulty completing any of the assigned or and ordered conditions, you can talk to your probation officers because they are here to make sure you successfully complete. They will go to bat for you, but you got to make sure you're showing up. You understand?
Some of that stuff I don't understand what she said, risk reduction and.
I'll explain it to you. Step a little closer for me. Okay, so the $500 fine, let me explain that. It's gonna be with the surcharges, probably closer to $1,000. The reason is, yes, ma'am, the surcharges that are imposed by the state are enhanced for a DUI. So the surcharges that for a regular offense would mean a $500 fine is gonna be $737.50. For a DUI, it's going to be more than that. And I don't have the exact amount. So I don't like people to have sticker shock. A substance abuse evaluation. So that is an evaluation you take from a clinical provider who will evaluate you and give you a test to see if you have the hallmarks for somebody who needs additional treatment for substance abuse. So they will do the, I'm not sure of the cost. You can ask costs about all of these programs with the probation officers, and they try and help you have choices. So some of them may be more, some of them may be less. The substance abuse may result in treatment, but it also could not result in treatment. So it depends on what the test says. You're to have no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation, because we will test you for those. If you test positive for alcohol or drugs, you'll be speaking to me again and we'll make a decision about the remainder of your probation. You're subject to random screens. Those are the tests for the alcohol or illicit drugs. The risk reduction course is a course that teaches you techniques and for avoiding this type of behavior again, how not to get another DUI. And then you'll do 40 hours of community service.
It blacked out.
She's still here. She's up there. It just screen goes out.
I'm still here. Sometimes it goes from screen to screen.
You said something about 12 months, something hours.
So
not
you'll
enough.
have 12 months to complete all of these things. That's the length of your probation. All of these things are required to be done by the end of the 12 months. I always suggest that you do them up front and as quickly as you can, because you don't want the 12 months to sneak up on you. And then I do a status check at month 9, and then I'm looking at months 10 and 11 where you got to go back to jail because you're not doing anything.
Okay, you know I'm
Clear?
disabled, right? Physically.
I'm sorry?
You know I'm disabled, right? Physically.
I did not know that, ma'am, but if you are, please present that information to your probation officer from your doctor, and then I'll consider that.
Okay. There was something else you said about time that I wasn't sure what you meant.
So it's 12 months,
Not
20,
that, was something else.
24 hours. When
Yeah.
you were arrested initially, you probably spent 24 hours in jail. We're giving you credit for that time.
I was in jail for 5 days with no first appearance when they first arrested me.
Yeah, that was during COVID, and that was in magistrate court. So I don't know what was going on down there at that time. And that is possible. Do you want me to list that you had credit for 5 days? I can do that.
Absolutely.
Okay, credit for 5 days.
I don't
I'm
know,
sorry.
but I know I was there 5 days, ma'am.
Okay, I'll give you that. I know the time frame, so I'm not doubting you at all. All right, did you have any other questions for me? So you're going to meet with our probation expert later, Ms. James. Ask her any questions that you have about how to successfully complete your probation. And if just there may be some things that your probation officer is going to answer, but please make sure that you work with them and that you show up for probation, okay? Because they're going to help you get through this, all right?
Can I
I'm
finish
sorry.
my probation early?
If you finish it early, we'll talk about it.
I mean, if I complete everything they need, can I?
Yes,
finish
ma'am.
early?
I know what you're talking about. If you do, they'll bring that to my attention and then we'll talk about that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, you can go back with the sheriff's office.
Am I going home?
Um,
Yes, she should be
Yes.
released today and she doesn't appear to have hold, so she should
okay, yeah, as long as you don't have a hold, Miss Johnson.
be several hours. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right, take care, ma'am. Take care of yourself, Miss Johnson. All right, and then we have Jones and Lockett.
Yes, Judge, if I could just have just about 5 or so minutes to finish up with them and we'll be ready to get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna be signing while you're doing that.
Judge, we have Mr. Lockett here ready for a negotiated plea.
Okay, Mr. Lockett, 1 second. Mr. Lockett, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down, Mr. Lockett. You're before the court on State of Georgia versus Malik Dakari Lockett, 2025 CR 09868. You're before the court for battery, family violence, count 1, battery, count 2, simple battery, family violence, count 3, and simple battery, count 4. Mr. Owen Lynch is representing you. Mr. Lynch, what is your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Judge, he's going to plead guilty to count 1, and I believe the remaining charges will merge.
Mr. Lockett, by entering a plea of guilty to count 1, counts 2, 3, and 4 will merge. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. You understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
Factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, on Sunday, October 5th, 2025, officers were dispatched to 7445 Meadows Drive in reference to a domestic violence incident. The caller, who is the victim and is online here, is Jacoby Jackson, who advised that Mr. Malik had, Mr. Lockett rather, had attacked him, pulled out his hair, scratched him, and followed him on foot, continuing to threaten him as he was leaving. That's what prompted him to call 911. His account is actually consistent with the 2 other parties that were located at that on site. Officers were able to visible scratches, dry blood right side of his neck, scratches on his leg, and these 2 individuals have lived together intermittently over the years and continuously for those past 3 months. The recommendation here is 90 days credit for, I'm sorry?
Right, sorry. That we're doing. No, not for Lockett.
Oh,
those
you know
others.
what? I'm sorry. That's a different case that we worked on. I'm so sorry.
I
Yes, no worries.
wanted to take the initial
Wait,
recommendation.
okay, 12 months to serve, 30 days, credit for time served, a $300 fine, 40 hours community service, family violence intervention program, no contact with the victim, and do not return. It's my understanding that he needs to return to get some of his belongings, but the victim, I don't think lives there anymore. I'm not sure. He can speak for himself when he has a chance to speak, but the 2 other roommates may still live there. And so I am suggesting that there's a do not return.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jacoby Jackson, turn your camera on and your video audio for me. Mr. Jackson, unmute for me. So you're gonna have to just click on the little old-fashioned microphone until it's not red anymore. Okay, you hit something because it's telling me you're gonna start your video later. But sometimes when that happens, it's just that you hit the wrong thing. Just follow the prompt again. Okay, I'm not able to get Mr. Jackson on the call.
Okay, if our victim's advocate can reach out, can he have another opportunity to come?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Because I mean, he's here, he just can't, for some reason, unmute and I send the prompts and it's not working for him.
I think we're still finishing up on Jones if we want to give him a moment to try to correct his technical.
Yeah, that's fine. I think Ms. Hemphel's gonna reach out.
Excuse me, Miss Bing,
Yes.
what city is this do not return?
Oh, great question. Give me one quick second. I believe it's Riverdale?
Riverdale?
Yes, I believe so.
I still can't get to Mr. Jackson.
Yes, Riverdale, 7446 Meadows Drive, Riverdale, Georgia, 30274.
Thank you very much.
Sure thing. Sorry, well, sorry, 7445 Meadows Drive. I think I said 7445.
Okay, got it. 7445. Appreciate you.
Okay, we still haven't been able to speak with Mr. Jackson. Mr. Lockett,
They took Mr. Lockett back, Judge. Do I need to get him? I'm not sure. It may have been I may have given some body language that indicated we were done. That might have been on me. Do we need to get him back out here?
no, I was just gonna fuss at him because I think that this may be a relationship issue. And if that's the case, no relationship is made better by violence.
I think you are correct. That, Judge, about both counts.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Ms. Hemphill is attempting to reach the victim. He really wants to make a statement to you.
I know he does.
They're bringing
Tell him to
Mr.
bring Mr. Lockett back, please.
He's back, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Lockett, they're still working to get Mr. Jackson on, and I'm not sure what's going on with his tech. But here's the thing. Are you and Mr. Jackson just roommates, or y'all in a relationship?
We were in a relationship.
Yeah, let me just say this about being in a relationship, sir. No relationship is made better by somebody being violent to the other person. It doesn't matter if both of y'all are violent or one person is violent to the other person. No relationship is ever improved by violence.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
know, if that's the way you think you prove, oh, I really, really love him, and they're gonna know that, you know, I'm all in. That's not the way to do it. The relationships that are quality relationships, because a relationship should be your peace.
Yes.
The world is crazy. But when you walk through the doors and you are in the presence of the person that you love, that you should feel like, whew, that whole thing of waiting to exhale, you should just let like your shoulders should relax. You should drop that. And so if you're in a situation where you feel like you got to fight with the person that you're supposed to love, or you're thinking they're cheating or they're thinking you're cheating, once trust is gone, you no longer have a relationship. Why are you still in it? What you fighting for? If you think you got to look through somebody's phone, you might as well walk away. If you think you got to follow somebody or check up on somebody, you might as well walk away because the trust is gone. And without respect and trust, love is just, I mean, everybody wants to think love is all that is necessary, but you got to respect somebody in a relationship and you got to trust them. And if you and Mr. Jackson don't have that, y'all might as well let it go.
I agree, Your Honor.
Because I ain't going to jail for nobody. It's not cute. It's not demure. Is that what the children saying today? It's not cute. It's not demure. I am not going to jail. And so when I walk in my house, my husband is my peace. I look for him. He is who, when my day is crazy, he is who I look for to say, hey, man, the day was crazy. But if you walk in from the crazy to more crazy, that's not a relationship. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor, I get you.
When you mature and you really are, when you really find your person, the last thing you want to do is argue and fight.
I agree.
Okay, well, let's just be clear on that because, you know, some people are raised to think that if they're not fighting in a relationship, they don't prove their love. And unfortunately, too many people have that experience as to what they believe love or being committed in a relationship is. And unfortunately, that causes so many issues. But really, what love is being able to be free and open and peaceful and happy. Even if y'all are two of the most different people in the world, if you respect each other and when you see each other, you think that that is my person, and anything that happens, I can tell them. Anything that happens, we're going to share that. And we're going to laugh about it, or we're going to talk about it. That's your person. Okay, so you know the concept of if I'm in love with somebody, I gotta fight, and no, I gotta leave scratches and mark. No, that's not good. So let's change our mindset on that. If Mr. Jackson and you, after this period of no contact, if y'all don't have the ability to be in each other's presence and find peace with each other, find somebody else. There's plenty of people in the world of love, okay?
Your Honor, just a
Yes.
quick update. Jackson has changed his mind. He no longer wants to make a statement.
That's because my speech was too good.
Okay, probably.
Probably. Mr. Jackson, all of that applies to you too, sir. Find your peace, okay? This is what is going on. Find your peace. So, Mr. Lockett, I'm going to sentence you to 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served. The balance will be probated for you to pay a fine in the amount of $300. That's going to be $444 total with the surcharges. 40 hours of community service. You're to take a family violence intervention program. Now, please pay attention in that class. It's 24 weeks. but it teaches you about communication, and particularly communication when you're in a relationship with somebody or you're sharing a household with somebody. So please pay attention, because that really can change your life. You're to have no contact, and that means absolutely no contact. If Mr. Jackson calls you, you're not to respond. You should keep a record of it for the purposes of, possibly having to submit it to the court, but you should not respond, because if you were to contact Mr. Jackson or have any contact with him, you could be rearrested. The remainder of your sentence could be, you could spend that in jail. You could be charged with additional misdemeanors. You could be charged with felonies. And particular felony of aggravated stalking, punishable by up to 10 years in prison, a $10,000 fine, or both. You and Mr. Jackson take this year away from each other and work on yourself. Be better. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I believe, and you're to not go, see, you can have one opportunity to go back to the incident location, but you have to contact the sheriff's office and make an appointment with them to go back. Now, the sheriffs are going to stand by to keep the peace, but they are not going to carry anything or drive anything away. So you need to have your help, and you need to have the ability to take anything that is just yours.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you will make that appointment, and you'll have that one opportunity to do that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. Yeah, life is too short to spend it in conflict and scratching and fighting. Find the peace. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And last is Jones.
You can bring out Jones.
I mean, I'm contributing a little bit.
Yeah, you are.
Right.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hands down. All right, Ms. Tortorello, any concerns?
No, Your Honor. We're moving forward with a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Jones, Mr. Jeremiah Leandre Jones, you're before the court on 2025 CR 09786, theft by shoplifting and giving a false name, address, or date of birth. You're represented by attorney MJ Tortorello with the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Ms. Tortorello, what is your client plea to the offenses before the court?
For count one, guilty plea, theft by shoplifting, and count two will be a no-lo.
Okay, count one again, because you glitched for me.
I'm sorry.
No, that's no problem.
Guilty plea for count one, Your Honor, theft by
Okay.
shoplifting, and count two, giving false name, is a no-lo plea.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Jones, by entering a plea of guilty to count one and no-lo to count two, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself, and if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, on this October 10th, 2025, officers responded to the mobile service gas station located at 769 Sierra Boulevard in Jonesboro, Georgia, in reference to a theft in progress. The store clerk stated that he had observed Mr. Jones taking a beverage from one of the store's coolers, opening it, consuming a portion of it, and then placing it back into the cooler. The store clerk also advised that this was not the first incident involving Mr. Jones. He also showed the officer video footage that confirmed his account of the incident. The state is recommending 90 days to credit for 25 days for both counts to be served concurrent. Do not return to the mobile gas station at 7694 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia.
All right, Ms. Tortorella?
Yes, Your Honor, only to add that my client did offer to pay for the beverage after confronting the officers in the incident report, and that you accept the plea as negotiated.
All right, is Mr. Jones receiving the appropriate medical care and medication in the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to accept the plea of guilty to count 1 and nolo to count 2. I'll sentence him to 12 months to serve 90 days, credit for 25 days. Balance will be suspended as long as he does not go back to the mobile gas station at 7694 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia, and in Clayton County. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jones, Ms. Tortorella, Mr. Lynch, Ms. Bing. All right. Anything else before we go?
Nothing on behalf of myself.
I don't think.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Justice
All
Center
right.
today worked out really, really well. I hope that we can keep doing a little bit of pre-conferencing beforehand.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're right about that, Ms. Bing. That was actually just on my mind, so we'll work that out.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
One quick question. On that last sentence for Mr. Jones, the second count was concurrent
Yes.
to the
Yes.
first?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right, see y'all. I guess I'm gonna maybe go a little.